Hey everyone, it's Brad, and we're here with our ninth episode of the series on Infernoids. And in this episode, we're going to be covering some of the new archetype support that's coming out, and some new cards you're going to want to run in the deck once it does come out. So right here, I have the three new cards that we're going to be getting in Clash of Rebellions, which is coming out, I believe, in early August for the TCG. So these three cards really, really help the deck. Like the deck becomes 5 times better, I would say. So I'm going to start off with their first normal summon monster, Infernoid Decatron. So if it's a level 1 Fire Tuner, 500 attack, 200 defense. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can send one Infernoid monster from your deck to the graveyard, except Infernoid Decatron. And if you do, increase this card's level by that monster's level, and then its name becomes the monster's name, and then replace this effect with the monster's original effect. So this card is just amazing all around. So one problem that we've had with Infernoids in the past is we don't have a normal summon. So if there's cards such as Iron Wall on the field, or if there's cards such as Vanity's Fiend, we really don't have a play. But now this card is literally an out to either of these, not both, I should say. But if they had Iron Wall, we're going to go ahead and summon it, and we'll send Infernoid Patrula. Activate its effect, destroy Iron Wall, because it begins to copy its effect, and Infernoid Patrula can destroy a spell and trap card on the field, as you should know from our previous videos. Another card, it's an out to Vanity's Fiend or Vanity's Emptiness, anything that stops you from specialing. So I can just go ahead and I'll be able to send either the level 2 or the level 3, depending on what I want to do. So now, the reason why I'm saying I should send either, not just straight away send the Harmodic, is because his level changes based on what I send. So if I send the level 3, he gains 3 levels. And with him being a tuner, there's going to be a lot of options I can go into, not only for synchro plays, but as well as for XZ's plays. So one thing that's a common thing to do with him is you're going to go ahead and activate his effect, and you're going to send a monster. Let's say we send the level 7. Now, I'm just going to show you this for the combo. You can send the level 7, his effect makes him level 8 now, and then you can summon a Tondel and make a quick, easy rank 8 play. And obviously a good rank 8 is going to be Felgrand. So, now that's pretty much the basics of Decatron. We're going to go over a bit more on that, but now I'm going to cover the next card. So this is Void Dream, continuous spell. All Infernoid monsters you control with the original levels of 2 or higher become level 1. Also, any battle damage they inflict your opponent is halved. So, you can send this face-up card from the field to the graveyard to fusion summon one Infernoid fusion monster, which will be Tierra. And then from using cards from your hand or your face-up on your field. But also, it also acts like a Shaddoll fusion. So if your opponent has a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, go ahead and bring one out. Then you're going to be able to use up to 6 cards from your deck for the fusion. That makes total sense. So, that is busted. It's like Future Fusion almost. I don't even know. It's just insane. So, not only are there some cool synchro plays you can do with him, because you can make the other Infernoid monsters you control level 1. It makes some crazy plays by bringing out like double Anuku, double Deviate, and yeah, it's just insane what it can do. But it also has that busted Shaddoll fusion like effect if they have an extra deck monster. So now I'm going to go over the fusion you bring out. So when this card is fusion summoned, you can activate these effects and then apply as many as possible, and then activate them in sequence. And then you activate each of these effects based on the number you sent. So you can activate as many of these as you want. So if you use 3 or more, each player sends 3 cards from the extra deck to the graveyard, and it has to be both players. 5 or more, each player sends the top 3 cards in their deck to the graveyard. 8 or more, each player returns up to 3 of their banished cards to the graveyard. Oh, it is mandatory to do as many? Excuse me, my bad. I messed that up. So then 10. Each player with a hand sends their entire hand to the graveyard. But so yeah, it's activate all of these or none of these. Apparently,
Well, as many as you can, because you don't always send 10.
Well, yes. Um, so his effect is really, really good if you're playing against someone who's not using Infernoids, because if you're playing against someone who's also using Infernoids, they're going to go ahead and get the same advantage you just had, and you can maybe put them back into the game. But besides that, he's 3,400 attack and 3,600 defense, one of the biggest monsters in the that's relevant in this game. And yeah, oh, protected with Seer, he is a dirty monster. I don't know a single monster that would be able to get over him. I can't even name one off the top of my head. Quasar? Yeah, that'd be about it. Um, so I'm gonna go over just a few cards with the Dream combo because there's less of those. So now Void Banishment is slightly more relevant. So you can discard a card to add one Void spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So that's an easy way to get Void Dream to your hand as well as getting Void Seer. And then a little bit more combo-y, but if you're running the Void Vanishment, you're going to go ahead and be able to run cards that activate in the graveyard. At least you can run them better. Like, you could always run them. Now they're just like more viable in case you draw into them, you can discard them. This is going to allow us to run cards like Pero Cerberus, which is if you take damage by battle or by opponent's card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one card in the field, and destroy it. So, really, really good card. It stops you from being OTK'd. Lets you get some crazy advantage off of your graveyard. That pretty much covers it, I think, for their fusion, right?
Well, you didn't send the 6. The biggest part about it is sending the 6.
Yeah, I can send 6 from my deck because he had.
Trying to banish it to show him the other one thing.
Okay. So I think that was 4.
You usually want to dump one of each boss monster when you do it.
Yeah. How many have I dumped?
Just send a few more.
There we go. Let's just pretend that was 6. Maybe send that. I don't know. So, and
send
I'm also
all the Decatrons.
Send all the Decatrons?
Yeah.
No, I need to keep one in deck. I still have the 1-for-1.
Okay.
So now I'm going to go over more combos with Decatron. So Decatron, it isn't limited to using his effect once per turn. It's just on normal or special summon. So not only can you normal one of them in a turn, you're going to be able to use 1-for-1 to get him out of your deck, and then use his effect as well. So let's see if this would ever load. I'm just going to go ahead and keep on talking. We went over some of the... There we go. Some of the synchro plays you can do. You can drop one Infernoid monster and then summon him, or you can summon him to fill up your graveyard to summon another Infernoid monster. And then you're going to be able to go into a lot of different synchros, like pretty much any you would want to. You can go into anything from Star Eater to Leo, Clearwing, and even down into... Huh?
He can change his level from 1 to 12.
Yeah, he can change his level from 1 to 12, so he's the most versatile tuner I know. And now, another reason why he's just so great is he's a 200 defense fire monster. So you're going to be able to go ahead and Rekindling and bring back 3. Yeah, and they would all get their effects ascend. That can be very, very scary. So another thing that makes him awesome is he can copy his own, like, if you have one Decatron out that's level 3, he can copy another Decatron that's level 3 if you can bring out 2 in the same turn. So let's say I didn't have another Entra. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I sent an Entra for each of them, and now they're going to both be level 3. And I accidentally banished the Rekindling, but oh well. So I'm going to be able to overlay these for a new extra deck monster that became relevant, is Leviair. So Leviair is going to be great because you can banish Decatrons very, very easily, and then get them back just as easily, because you have Harmodic, you have Decatron itself. Some decks are going to run Lumina and the Lightsworn engine still, which is still very strong because of charge. And yeah, getting the Decatron back from a Leviair not only is great because you get Decatron, but it also brings back one of the banished Infernoid names you had, so it's like almost acting like a burial from a different dimension, because you get to send one from your deck, and then you also get to have one just go back to the graveyard instead of being banished. So, some things you can do with him. You're going to want to bring up towers right here. If you just have him and your opponent has towers, you're going to be able to send an Anuku from your deck to your graveyard. And then you can negate something. Maybe they're playing Clifford, so probably activate a Pendulum Scale. But you can summon a Nuku and then blow up the towers. So it's an easy way to be an out to practically any card. Another card, not as relevant, but kind of cool. So you can use Kinkaboyu for literally a 1-card any synchro you want. Because it will bring back Decatron. Decatron will activate its effect and go to any level. And yeah, a really, really great card.
It's also a huge plus because he can bring back, for instance.
Yeah, I should also go over that. If you use Decatron's effect, it's really big plus. So you can send your Decatron can send the level 4 and pop a card. Send the level 1, pop a card.
And then sync it up.
And then send the level 3, maybe pop a card. Like, not all at once, you can understand this, but these are options you have. He just opens up a lot of plays for the deck is the big thing he does. And then you also have to keep in mind that the level changes, so depending on which one you're going to do, you're going to have a different synchro option for each time. So that time I would have had to go into a 5, but I did not put any in there for this demonstration. So I guess I'll show you one more play, I guess, with Tierra. So Decatron also copies the name, so you'll be able to send one of the boss monsters from your deck to your graveyard, and he'll copy the name, because Tierra is needed to be made with at least 1 Anuku, 1 WT, and then 1 or more monsters. So you'll rarely want to make Tierra without using the effect of Void Dream to send 6 from deck. But this is situational, and it does come up sometimes. Another awesome thing about Tierra, if I summon him, I'm going to be able to send 2 more Tierras from my extra deck to my graveyard. So, and then I'd have to send another monster, but I'll just send Gemini Pearl for now. So that's going to fill my grave up with more Infernoid names as well. Let's see. There's another cool thing that happens once Decatron comes out. Let's say I'm able to summon a Nuku, blow up all monsters on the field, and I'd summon a Decatron, and send WT. I have no more in deck, but I'll use his effect to send WT. So they have no monsters. I can negate spell and traps now, and I'll attack for 35. And then, now that both these are level 10, I'll be able to overlay them and go Gustav Max. Not the most relevant card in the game, but it does actually win you some games. So I thought it would be worth mentioning. Is there anything else you want to cover about this, Brett? Anything else you want to cover? I think I went over most of the cool plays.
I think you got most of it for now, yeah.
Yeah, so
if you have any others, mention in the comments.
Yeah, if we think of any others, or if you guys think of any others, please comment about them, and we can maybe make what we've missed part of the series, because we have missed quite a few cards that we should have mentioned. So you guys have helped us a lot on this. We definitely couldn't be doing this without you. We got a ton of support from you guys. Now I think I need to give some shout outs. So I have an awesome new banner thanks to u/Shock Gaming from Reddit, and he is also working on an intro for us, so stay tuned for that. It's really helping us out. I'll put a link to his channel down below if you want to go over and give him some likes. Please help him out. He's helped us a ton. And then also I'm going to give a shout out to Vonage Storm. So he also is going to make us a banner, and he's a really cool guy, and he's helped us out a lot. And he's been a really faithful subscriber so far. So thank you guys for watching, and go play some Noids. See you guys later.